Right then, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome along to everybody here tonight for today's our league race, of course, at 7:30 p.m. every Sunday evening. And we are back again, round 21 in Brazil. Very, very long season that we have had. We really, really have had a long season, but it's been action-packed, lots of fun. And only a few left to go. Las Vegas is coming up next, and then go to Qatar, Abu Dhabi, and we round off the season in Portugal, which is going to be quite a nice finishing race for the season. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. In the chat, Blaze, it's good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining us tonight. Of course, back for our league and qualifying to begin. 11 people joining us for tonight's race here in Brazil, and it's been a while since I've commentated here. It's such a good track to commentate on, and hopefully you're all looking forward to it because it does always deliver. It really does. Brilliant track, brilliant action, and let's get into the standing show. Everybody, driver standings are not there. Apparently, don't know where they've gone. I'll have to sort that out in a second, but they were there a second ago. Constructor standings then we'll have to go to for now, which is, of course, Haas on top, 675 points from the Kicksauber team, and 506, sorry. But let me backtrack. Haas, of course, Chazza and Jensen absolutely dominated this season. The Kicksauber team, it's Ash Barker and Cheese, Ferrari in third, Whitwell and Smith, the Aston Martin in 420 points with Liam and Heisenberg. I think they're in third, actually. McLaren in fifth with 318 points. Mercedes, 257. Alpine, 177. The V-Carbs, 166. Williams, 138. And Red Bull at the very bottom with 10, which aren't doing too good. But back to the action then, everybody. And Jensen has gone on provisional pole so far here in qualifying. Whitwell second place, the 1 minute 8.7. And well, about 4 tenths behind Jensen at this moment in time. 14 minutes, though, of qualifying left. A long while to go, and if you're enjoying the action tonight, if you think you're going to enjoy the action tonight, I'm not over. I am not done after this one. We are here for another hour and a half, maybe less, actually. I've been told it's quite short, but of course, I normally do Helheim Racing. The season has ended, but we've got a cheeky 3-race championship just for a bit of fun that we're going to be doing tonight after our league. So if you're going to stick around, let me know. If you want to stick around, of course, you're more than welcome to, because that is going to be a hell of a lot of fun for that tonight. It's going to be some late night racing in Helheim. But first of all, here for our league, and you cannot get better. Brilliant action, brilliant stuff, and hopefully we get some good qualifying times. So far, 9 people out of the 11 have put times on the board, which is nice to see, and some pretty decent ones too. 1 minute 8 at the fastest we've got so far. We aren't too far away from the 1 minute 7s, as Jensen only 3 tenths away from breaking into that margin. So we'll see if he can do that in the next few laps. But a long while to go still in qualifying. He's got all the time in the world to play with and see what he can do with what he's got. But we've got Jensen, Patrick Dodge in second, who actually subscribed to me the other day. I was quite happy about that. He did it under the radar, I didn't realise, but I've thanked him afterwards. This man, a very nice guy on and off the track. Second place for him at the moment with a 1 minute 8.378. And just marginally behind Jensen on time at this moment in time. With 13 minutes to go of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. But into the pit lane then for Patrick Dodge. Whitwell in third. Heisenberg over the line. That man is down by a hell of a lot as he crosses the line. Liam Cookie in fifth in the Aston Martin. He's got the hot lap activated. Fastest first sector for Liam. It is purple. Sector 1, 2/10 improvement. This man with the quali pace is always cooking here in our league. What can he do, though? Can he continue this form through the rest of the track here in Brazil? Because Liam Cookie seems to be setting a fairly decent time so far. He's raised the bar in the first sector by 2/10 of a second. He's in fifth at the moment, and he really wants to show up for the crowd here in Brazil. But can he do enough as he heads towards the end of the second sector. Liam Cookie, it is up by 2, nearly 3 tenths in the second sector too. Here comes Liam Cookie then towards the line. It's looking incredibly promising for this man. He's done a brilliant first 2 sectors and heading towards the line. Liam Cookie from 5th. Can he improve any further? It's 3rd place, 2/10 improvement, and he's on the 2nd row of the grid. Brilliant time from Liam Cookie in the Aston Martin. His teammate, on the other hand, down in 5th, isn't having as much of a good time as he's unfortunately ran over the curve a bit too much there. Doing the track limits and he's invalidated. Here's lap around. Oh, safety car is not deployed. Don't know what I'm on about. But there we go. Right, okay, everybody. Brilliant qualifying so far. Really, really exciting stuff. 10 minutes to go. And Jensen, up by 2/10 of a second, doing exactly what we've just saw Liam Cookie do. Can he now continue to form and continue this good lap so far here in Brazil? The Haas car wasn't so good around Brazil last weekend, but still, the Haas boys seemed to be performing pretty well. Unfortunately, Jensen didn't do as well as he could have done, but Chazza really did. And here today, Jensen in the Haas seems to be performing. He seems to be back on top over the second sector. Nearly 3/10 of improvement in the middle sector. That is some brilliant time found for Jensen in the Haas as he heads towards the line. No time to waste. The DRS waits to get activated, and towards the line, it's Jensen. Will he improve from pole, provisional pole? He does. It's a 4/10 improvement, and that man is into the 1 minute 7s. What a time that is. 1 minute 7.9. Wow. Just wow. That was an incredibly fast time for Jensen. He is on provisional pole, and some brilliant stuff. Patrick Dodge now begins his lap. So the brilliant qualifying so far, everybody. Patrick Dodge is up in the first sector. Soon to come then to the middle sector. What can this man do today then? He's 2.5 tenths up. Every single time I've watched, they've been 2.5 tenths up. It's been brilliant so far in qualifying. Patrick Dodge continues it today as he heads towards the line. He's got no ERS available, but towards the line for this man, still second place. It's a 2/10 improvement. That man is nearly into the 1 minute 7s too. And what some brilliant times we're getting here today. Sid Boakes pulling it in 3rd. That is a very decent time from that man as well. But in the chat, Blaze, podium prediction. As I will quickly go on Do Not Disturb, as I forget to do it every single race. Right. Podium predictions for me is gonna be, you know what? Let's stick it with. We're going to go Jensen, Blarney Echo, and we get Sid Boakes in 3rd. That's my prediction for today. But can that happen is the question. I can see Garrison in the chat as well, which is good to see. And welcome along, mate. Always here for the support, and I appreciate it. But 7 minutes to go in qualifying. And if you've not been around, like I mentioned earlier on, I am here tonight from now all the way up until probably about 10:30 tonight, as I do Helheim racing after this too. So 2 league races in one night on the Sunday for me. So more action for you. I've just signed for a new full season as well in Helheim. So at the minute the season is over, but we've got a pre-season championship, and then I'm back for a full season once again, and I'll be commentating Wednesday and Sunday for that. And also, of course, still commentating here at Helheim and here in our league, and hopefully next season should be doing the same. But Bliney Echo in 5th position. He's up by 0.2 of a second then. Here in his Haas car, his teammate on provisional pole. Can he get anywhere closer? 1 minute 8.6 is the time. And it's a 4th position, 1 minute 8.3. And unfortunately, he just can't find the time to be close enough to his teammate. Sid Boakes has been dropped down the order to 5th. Heisenberg found the time, got himself to 3rd. He's only 0.2 away from the 1 minute 7. So everybody really, most people at the front, getting within touching distance then of these 1 minute 7s, which is some impressive stuff. Only one man though to do it so far, which is Jensen in the Haas, and it's been a stellar effort from him so far with 6 minutes to go. We've all got a bit of time still left to go before the end, and you know, of course, that is always good, because we've got even more chances then to get some good times on the board. But what can we get is the question, with 5 minutes left on the clock and people heading around the track now. There's a Bliney Echo invalidated his in lap. Whitwell is definitely not on lap this time around. DT Racing also invalidated. Lewis back again in 9th today, 1 minute 9.0. Maybe he's improving as we'll watch him towards the end of the second sector. He has got the fuel light on, so it's looking like it's going to be in the pit lane for Lewis today. But he heads over the second sector, and it is 3 seconds down. Yes, so that man, definitely not any improvement for him. Mario down in 10. Schumacher, as he crosses the line, he's down in 11 with a 1 minute 10.3. But Jensen so far is the man to watch on provisional pole. Brilliant time from him. Nobody seeming to be able to beat him at this moment in time, but it is all soon to change. It's soon to change, possibly. We never know, though. We never know. With 5 minutes left on the clock, qualifying everybody. Whitwell heading towards the line. DRS activated. He's got the ERS2. He heads into the pit lane and ends his qualifying for now. Now do top 5 prediction. Okay, I'm gonna stick with Jensen, Bliney Echo, Sid Boakes. Sid Boakes, Whitwell will be 4, Heisenberg will be 5. That's my prediction. Oh, Patrick Dodge as well. I think I've messed him out, haven't I? You know, I'm gonna knock Heisenberg out. I'm gonna put Patrick Dodge in there. I think that's a good prediction. Hopefully. We will see, though, everybody. As we've still got 4 minutes to go of qualifying, things all could change in a matter of minutes. Schumacher towards the line in 11. DRS activated. And is he starting another lap? Not much ERS to do so, but seeming to be going on to a lap then before the end of this before the end of this qualifying session, everybody. But we'll see. We'll see what he can do as we'll go back around to him pretty soon. DC Racing, is out on the track in 8th position at this moment in time. And can he make any more improvements then? I didn't see the first sector. Second sector's coming up then for DT Racing. Is he making any improvements over the second sector line? 3.5 seconds down, unfortunately, everybody. So nothing really coming out of that one at this moment in time. There are only 3 minutes of qualifying to go. Really coming down to the wire now. Schumacher on a flying lap. This time, I think he's on a flying lap anyway. Is he making any improvement? It's a second down. So no faster time for this man, but maybe. I think he's recharging his ERS to go round for a final time, looking more likely. Heisenberg up by 1,000th of a second. Crazy stuff. Bliney Echo improved by 0.2 of a second too, bringing his time down just a little bit. Two minutes to go then, everybody. 2 minutes before the end of this pretty decent qualifying session. I've got to say, it's been really fun to watch here in our league. But 2 minutes left, and Jensen on provisional pole. Jensen on a lap 2. This is looking a lot quicker than many drivers. Whoa! He gets put off his lap there by the Red Bull of Schumacher. There's going to be words about that one, as the Red Bull, I think, impeded Jensen's time. He was looking like he was on for one. That's it for his qualifying. That is it. That is it for his session. Jensen could have gone miles faster. He could have been miles faster. But he's in the pit lane after being impeded by Schumacher. Heisenberg, second place, just marginally behind Jensen by 0.02 of a second. Patrick Dodge is going to try and give it a go now. Liam Cookie too. Blaney Echo maybe this lap after this as well. But Patrick Dodge is the main man. No, Heisenberg, sorry. Never mind, no, it is Patrick Dodge, the man to watch at the moment, through and up towards the end of the first sector. With only a few minutes to go, he's up by a marginal time then. But he still is up, and it's fastest first sector for Patrick Dodge. Can he continue to form here in Brazil in the Mercedes? Could he be on for provisional pole? Is he stronger in the other sectors of this track, everybody? Up towards the end of the second sector in a few moments' time. Only a little bit of ERS left, but it's still enough to get him back towards the home straight. Patrick Dodge, third place at the moment. He's got to gain 0.2 of a second to be on provisional pole, and he's absolutely found it. Heading towards the final corner. Can Patrick Dodge steal away Jensen's hopes and dreams of today for taking pole position? Here comes Patrick Dodge in the Mercedes. Jensen could have took pole position, but Patrick doesn't take it either. He can't find the time. It's a tenth and a half faster, but it's not enough for pole position today. Patrick Dodge, third position, marginally slower than Heisenberg. Jensen on pole at the moment. Heisenberg in second place over the line. Heisenberg on pole. It's a 1 minute 7.805. Nobody expected it. It's a tenth faster. And Heisenberg on provisional pole here today in Brazil. Nobody else improving. Blaney Echo cannot improve. Heisenberg is on pole position here in Brazil. Who expected that brilliant time for the Aston Martin, who is victorious today in qualifying? But qualifying pace is one thing. The race pace is another. I think Jensen would have kept it. Me too, mate, to be fair, if he didn't get impeded. But you know what? It mixes it up a little bit, doesn't it? It really, really does. Mixes it up just a little bit and makes it a bit more exciting. So, ladies and gentlemen, pole position for Heisenberg. Not bad at all for that man, who starts on pole position, then the front row of the grid, everybody. Heisenberg on the front row of the grid with Jensen today. But what a qualifying that was. Really, really good. And a few times in the 1 minute 7. So really, really pushing it for the boys today. I don't think it's going to let me get the finish results, because it's seeming to be not loading, which sometimes on the off chance it does do that, but it is what it is, everybody. There we go. Yep, no finisher results, unfortunately, but you know how it finished. Heisenberg on pole, the Grand Prix up in a few moments' time, everybody. Get ready for it, because it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Right. Okay, the standings then, for some reason, aren't showing up. But I loaded them up before the stream, and now they're not there. But I can just quickly bring them up for you in a second, everybody. Give me a moment. Driver standings is what we are going to be looking at in a second. You've seen the drivers. No, you've seen the constructors, sorry. Now we want the driver standings, which I'll quickly bring up in a second. Mexico, of course, was the final round, everybody, that we've had at the minute. And there you have it. Hang on. Not very visible, but Jensen, of course, the leading driver in the driver standings at the moment. Cheese in second place. Chazza third. Dodging four. Sid Boakes in five, who's, you know what, brilliant season for Sid at the moment. Whitwell in six. Liam seven. Heisenberg eight, who's on pole position today. Smithy in nine, and Frank rounds off the top 10. Ash Barker, who doesn't race anymore, in 11. Blaze down in 12. Mario 13. Hoodrat 14. Quick Dead in 15. DT Racing 16. Fujan in 17. Chuck Norris, who I don't think races anymore, with 44 points in 18. Daniel with 41 points in 19. Caney in 20. Then we've got Spy in 30 with 36 points in 21. Nike, who I don't think races anymore either, with 17 points. Then the racer boy Schumacher and Harry Bob right at the back there with the drivers' standings, everybody. But we are ready to go racing as soon as it's time. 2 minutes to go. And yeah, I hope you're all having a very good day today. If you really want some more racing action, I'll be round again, like I mentioned, for Helheim Racing tonight too. So be sure to stick around for that. I'm going to go grab a drink before race start in 2 minutes' time. We'll see you then. Here we go there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome along. And of course, now is the Grand Prix. We have the formation lap, which you don't get in every league, but you do get in many. As it can cause some issues, but for these boys, doesn't really cause anything. Which for me is good as well, because obviously having the commentary after this, it's quite a good thing. But welcome into everybody here. Hope you stick around to the end of the stream. And if you didn't know already, if you've got an Amazon Prime subscription, you can get a free Prime subscription to use on any Twitch stream of your choice. And that'll mean a hell of a lot to me if any of you did that, and just goes towards the setup and, you know, improving the stream for you lot. But here today, the main focus then on our league is round 21 in Brazil. Very much nearing the end of the season. The end is near. And Heisenberg, who's down in 6th position in the Drivers' World Championship standings, is on pole position today and ready to kickstart this Grand Prix from the front of the grid. Can he deliver today in that Aston Martin? As he heads towards that line, then he will line up in first position. Sat all confident at the front. Jensen will line up behind, who was looking like he was on for pole position today. Got impeded by Schumacher and unfortunately didn't go his way at the end of qualifying. But we'll watch from afar then, everybody. Heisenberg today in Brazil starts on pole, and we await the lights. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights then, everybody. You're ahead of the lights here in Brazil. Heisenberg on pole. It's lights out and away we go. The Aston Martin with a brilliant start off the line, but Jensen already trying to challenge him down into turn 1. It is side by side, and Jensen already gets through. Heisenberg with a bit of a tussle and a scrap there. Nearly goes around as well, and he stays into 2nd place. Blaniecko now on the scene. He is through into 3rd position. A brilliant start from the second Haas car. In 3rd at the moment, Liam Cookie down to 4. Lewis up into 4 now. Look at this man. He's on the absolute charge. Pushing off wide there, Liam Cookie. Lewis's race pace is absolutely on point. Blaniecko in 3rd. Heisenberg trying to fend off Blaniecko at the moment and acting as a bit of a wall between the two Haas boys in this race so far. But Jensen finds himself in the lead of this Grand Prix on the first lap. Patrick Dodge spins around and the prediction is out of the window. Then he's got wing damage on that Mercedes too. And that'll be the end of his race so far for Patrick Dodge. Can he make a comeback? It isn't looking likely at this moment in time. But he's got to push on. He's got to push on. Determination is key here in Formula 1. And that is exactly how he's going to get back up to the top. Jensen on the race lead at the moment. Heading down towards turn 1 once again. Heisenberg now chasing him as fast as he can. But Blaniecko seems to be a bit of a challenge, just mounting on him at the moment, and he's just sticking fairly close behind. Oh, Blaniecko catches his rears there. Bit too much on the curb. He's going to pick up he'll definitely pick up a warning there as well as he went over that curb, which isn't what he's wanting to get in at the start of this Grand Prix. But he's in 3rd place at the moment. You can see his teammate just in front of him, but he's got one obstacle first to pass before he can be reunited with his teammate for today's race. These two boys, the Haas 2 boys, are so far up the championship ladder that they have definitely gone ahead and won it this season. And they are the Constructors' World Championship holders. But, you know, we're still here for the Drivers' Championship, and it could go either way. Jensen with a very, very good chance of taking that championship this season. Still a few races to go, but every point matters, and he needs to push on as fast as he can. He's fastest in the middle sector again, and he's looking like he's going to pull out another fastest lap in this Grand Prix. The tyres so far then. Jensen starting on the hards. Heisenberg starting on the mediums, and they're working brilliantly, working wonders, because down the inside, Heisenberg back into the lead of the Grand Prix and back into where he started here today from pole position. He dropped down to 2nd. Heisenberg back on the top. But can Jensen try and fight him back? He's got the DRS down the back, straight in towards the end of this 3rd sector. Here comes Jensen, challenging down the inside. He is through to the inside line. What a move for Jensen. He has absolutely done it on Heisenberg, and he's through into 1st. Heisenberg 2nd, Blaniecko in 3rd. I think Schumacher has gone round in one of the first few corners. But Lewis really catching up with the pack at the front at the moment, and just trying to get his foot in the door of the action at this moment in time with 33 laps to go in a 36 lap race, everybody. Lewis doing absolutely everything he can to try and catch the boys up front, and these boys are doing very well indeed as well, giving us a bit of a scrap up at the front. The Haas car of Blaniecko trying to make his way through past Heisenberg, who has just made his way through past Jensen in this race at the moment. But this time around, that isn't happening. Maybe Vice versa, though, maybe Bloody Echo can make the move on Heisenberg in this Grand Prix down the inside. No, he cannot. Not just yet is the key word, because could happen later on. But Bloody Echo really seems to not like that corner there. Seems to take it a bit odd compared to the rest of the drivers. Isn't really getting it. Coming out of the pit lane there is the McLaren. Lewis has to back off a little bit there on the backside of the Haas car. I think he would have caught him if it weren't for that car. But Lewis running a bit wide there. I think a bit of wing dive from somebody there. Something flicking up off the curb. But look at this. The drivers up at the front giving us a superb battle. It's sublime at this moment in time as everybody just pushing on as fast as they possibly can. Lap 4 out of 36, 32 laps to go in this Grand Prix. The battle up at the front is really, it's quite mesmerising, to be fair, as everybody giving it their absolute all here in our league at the moment, everybody. It is some brilliant stuff, it really, really is. And the Haas car, Bloody Echo, just chasing down Heisenberg now in this Grand Prix, doing absolutely everything he can. Here he goes, Bloody Echo on Heisenberg. Can he make that move? He can't this time. Heisenberg looking to make the move on Jensen as well. This time, can't do so, but he was getting very close. Really, really close indeed. And the battle continues on the 5th lap of 36. It will not stop. And Heisenberg, once again, with his foot in the door, bit of his taste of his own medicine there from Heisenberg. And he goes down the inside and through past Jensen. The two Haas boys reunite, but not in the position that they wanted to. Jensen in second now. Bloody Echo down in third, but Jensen demoted to second place where he actually started in this Grand Prix. Heisenberg back up to where he started. Now the key points of this now for Heisenberg is he needs to try and establish some ground to stay ahead, but is he capable of doing so? Because Jensen sat currently behind, half a second is the gap. It's looking like that gap is definitely gainable then as they head towards the main straight with a bit of DRS, better slipstream. That is absolutely nothing, half a second, and it is going to close as soon as possible. You can see Jensen seeming to gain a little bit, but his teammate seems to be gaining a bit more on him. To be honest with you, Bloody Echo, can he make a move? He isn't able to, but they all do follow down into turn 1. Jensen does suddenly start to get a bit closer to Heisenberg. And with the gap we've got at the minute, he really maximises his exit. And this time, I think it's inevitable, really. He's most likely going to get a pass down the back straight, if possible. Here comes the Haas on the Aston Martin. Will he challenge him down into the left-hander? He isn't able to. Interesting stuff. And Heisenberg manages to hold on to it for another lap around, everybody. Heisenberg in the lead. And he's doing a very good job of fending off Jensen in this race so far. Could it be? Might be a bit early to say, but could it be a Heisenberg win today? Really, establishing a bit of ground, really, asserting a bit of dominance here in this Grand Prix, doing a bit of brilliant class work here. But Jensen just pushing on the backside of Heisenberg and making his life just that little bit harder in this race so far. 30 laps to go before the end. Here comes Jensen on Heisenberg. Will not give this man a rest. The Haas car trying to challenge the Aston Martin down into turn 1. Here he comes. The two Haas cars move as one. And Jensen for the lead of the Grand Prix. It's round the outside. His teammate will follow him through as well. Jensen to the lead. They all go into the corner at the same time. It is 2 by 2 by 2. Jensen in the lead. Heisenberg second. Bloody Echo now battling it out with Lewis in 4th position. Lewis will try and fight back though. Here comes Lewis. Here comes Heisenberg too. Heisenberg into the lead of the Grand Prix once again. Jensen into second. Bloody Echo third. Lewis then goes around. Lewis finds himself in the barrier. He spins around. It's a bottle job for Lewis as he retires on the track. And he is out of the Grand Prix. Now Liam Cookie is the descendant. He needs to try and gain now on Bloody Echo. He's going to be Lewis's replacement now. And the Aston Martin is in the game. It's the two Astons and the two Haas cars up on the scene in 1, 2, 3 and 4 on lap 7 of 36. 29 laps to go. And some brilliant racing is about to unfold, everybody. Jensen in second place, gaining on Heisenberg here in Brazil. What a beautiful track and what brilliant racing so far. The Haas car gaining on Heisenberg. The man that started on pole might just lose that position heading down into turn 1. The Haas car with the brilliant speed on the Aston Martin. He'll send it on the inside line. The bravery from the Haas is unmatched. He just sticks his car up in the inside and he's through into the lead of the Grand Prix past Heisenberg. Bliney Echo in third, and oh my god, for the first time ever, Bliney Echo in this race, really looking like he was going to make a move on Heisenberg, put him at a more of a disadvantage, but wasn't able to. Don't forget, though, the second Aston Martin is sat in P4 then, everybody, in this race so far. Really, really close and in the action at this moment in time, which is what we like to see. And just trying to give us the best bit of action that we can get. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far, everybody. It really is a bit of fun. I'm really, really enjoying at this moment in time. But lap 8 of 36, 28 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Jensen from Heisenberg from Bliney Echo at the moment. The race continues up at the front. Jensen is in the lead by 6/10, now 7/10 of a second, up towards turn 1 and the main straight then. But this is the biggest gap we've seen so far. Heisenberg, can he come back from it? Isn't looking like he's going to make a move down into turn 1. Or maybe, actually, this is getting really close. Getting a lot closer down into turn 1. He has managed to gain, to be fair. Fair dues to him. 2/10 now is the gap, and he really got a bit closer through them corners, everybody. But Heisenberg in the Aston Martin is in second position. Can he make the move back into first? Can he take that leap of faith and get himself back into the lead of the Grand Prix? Bliney Echo in third position. He's trying to hunt down the guys in front and his teammate too. But good stuff so far. Really, really good stuff. I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully I can see there's not many people in the chat today. Oh, the Aston Martin of Heisenberg into the barrier. He is out. Safety car deployed in this race. Heisenberg is gone. Oh, wow. What on earth? What on earth? Heisenberg retiring from the session. He started on pole. He finishes as a retiree. Lap 9 of 36. DT Racing with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. And it's Jensen and Bliney Echo, the two Haas boys that could be on for a 1-2 finish today. Safety car deployed. Wow. What a race so far. Right, pit stops are coming for some boys today then, everybody. As you can see, we'll actually have a look, shall we? Patrick Dodge, DT Racing, Mario and Sid Boakes all making pit stops. Heisenberg and Lewis are out. And we're left with 9 drivers in today's Grand Prix. What a race it has been so far. Qualifying was equally great as well. And if you're enjoying this, I am still going to be here today then for Helheim Racing just after 2. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around because it's going to be some absolutely exciting stuff. But you're enjoying it so far. I really, really am. And 26 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Schumacher now decides to make that pit stop here today in Brazil. And what a track it is. Really, really good. I think one of the tracks that I started actually commentating on. And never forget it. It was a brilliant track. Always will be a brilliant track. Still is a brilliant track. And always delivers, doesn't it, everybody? But yeah, unfortunately, we haven't got a lot of people in the stream chat today. I can see, I don't think anybody's here at the moment, but unfortunately nobody here, but I know it will get watched back after, of course, on the YouTube and the Twitch. So hello to you guys that are watching this back. Hope you guys having a good day and enjoy the stream today. It's been an exciting watch so far for me on my end. Safety car in at the end of this lap then, everybody. No messing about. We're going to get racing once again now. Here we go. Here we have it. And let's be having it. Here today in Brazil. Safety car has been deployed, but safety car is going in now. It could be a Haas 1-2 today. It really could be a Haas 1-2. The safety car disappears. Here we go. Jensen from Bliney Echo. Down towards turn one. Let's go racing again. Jensen, Bliney Echo, Liam Cookie, everybody behind, scrambling about then. Going down into turn one. No moves as of yet, but the two Haas boys hold it very well through the first few corners. Liam Cookie follows behind Whitwell as well. Patrick Dodge, DT Racing tries to channel his racing to try and overtake Patrick Dodge, but he's nowhere near at the moment because Mario is looking for that move then down the inside, but he can't make a move either. He runs a bit wide then, going through that corner there, unfortunately. Schumacher down in 8, and Sid Boakes hasn't had the greatest of races down in 9, but the two Haas boys up at the front driving brilliantly at this moment. But lap 12:36 then, and heading around the final corners to make our way up towards lap 13 in the main straight, everybody. And 23 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It's Jensen from Bliney Echo in the pit lane. It's DT Racing now, who goes and opts for a tyre change. Front wing looking great. Unless it's the drive-through penalty he's going for. Yes, it is. Drive-through penalty that we are witnessing then from DT Racing. Good on him for going and serving it now. He'll get it out of the way, get it done with now. He can go and race his absolute heart out today then. Lap 13 of 36, everybody. And the two Haas lads could be on for a 1-2 finish today. I don't know if I've seen that in our league before, but if I haven't, it'll definitely be a first, and it'll be something to watch. I cannot wait for that, everybody. I really, really can't. But let's see if that is even going to happen. Let's not get our hopes up yet, but it could be a 1-2 for the Haas boys, who already took all the championship this season. They're going to try and go one step further by cementing it with a 1-2 finish here in Brazil. Down the main straight then, everybody. Jensen from Bliney Echo from Liam Cookie in third. And towards the line. Are we going to get any moves from anybody? Nothing at the moment. The start of the race was great. It's kind of dying down at the minute. Right there, everybody, towards the line. Whitwell going for the move. Whitwell into third place, overtaking Liam Cookie. What a move that was then. getting through. Brilliant stuff. Here comes the Mercedes and Patrick Dodge as well, who finds himself on the scene. Can he make an overtake on the Aston Martin? Isn't looking likely at the moment, but he is going to stick behind, and that is going to be pretty good for the future. Right behind him now, and only 3 laps away, actually, from half race distance to everybody. I hope everyone's having a good day. The brilliant racing on your screen is hopefully keeping you around at the moment. But Liam Cookie, Whitwell, and Patrick Dodge all trying to give it their all at this moment in time. And ahead gets the Ferrari. Here comes Patrick Dodge, finally going for the move with a bit of confidence for the double overtake too. It's round the outside for Patrick Dodge. Can he take it? Yes, he can. Into third. It was brilliant. He does go off wide. He does lose the positions. But what a move that was from that man. As he takes third place for a brief moment in time, then has to drop back, unfortunately. But wow. Just wow. Brilliant stuff. Something's telling me this is not over yet. The two Haas cars are racing off into the distance, everybody. Lap 17 of 36, back at the same corner. The boys still giving it everything. It's Patrick Dodge. Look at this man just weaving, trying to find the space. So is Liam Cookie up at the front too. As Blindy Echo, I wasn't even seeing that. Blindy Echo down in 8. He must have made a pit stop in this race, and he has dropped right down to the back. But it is probably going to benefit him in the long run in this race. But maybe this means that next lap around, so this one going around now, is going to be Jensen's time to go into the pit lane. Is that going to be the case? Is what we are waiting for. But he's going to head towards the line, nearly losing his back end there. Jensen, though, keeping it, heading up towards the main straight, everybody. Will he go in the pit lane? I think he might do. No, he doesn't. He stays out and goes for the longer strategy out here today. But lap 18 of 36, we are halfway into today's Grand Prix. Half race distance today in the pit lane. Whitwell at the moment, as down into turn 1, Liam Cookie is ahead of Patrick Dodge at this moment in time. Mario now finds himself in 4th somehow. This man, Mario, in 4th position, bearing in mind the guys around him still need to pit. This man finds himself in a very good position today, in 4th position. Can it be a Mario podium? That'd be pretty cool to say, wouldn't it? But we'll have to see if he is capable of doing that today. Everything can change. And still another 18 laps before the end. Liam Cookie with a 3-second time penalty. Good stuff so far, and continue watching this because Patrick Dodge is going to go for the move on the Aston Martin of Liam Cookie. Round the outside, he makes it look so easy, and he's into 2nd place with ease then in this Grand Prix. Patrick Dodge could be on for 2nd place, even the win today, because he has pitted. Jensen has not. This is where it's going to get exciting. Very, very exciting indeed. I'm actually really excited. I cannot wait, everybody, to get to the end of this today. Well, everybody's spacing out a little bit now. Is the Haas car going to go into the pit lane today? Possibly, possibly not. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. Does he carry on, or does he go into the pit lane? For Jensen, he carries on. This man going longer, of course, on the harder compound of tyres today. Blaniecko with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix too. Everybody really giving it their all then in this Grand Prix with 16 laps to go before the end, everybody. Not too long really before we reach the end today. Over half race distance, we've lost Heisenberg and Lewis. 9 people left though. And Jensen in the lead, who still needs to make a pit stop. And the gap between him and Patrick Dodge is also coming down. Slowly but surely, but it is coming down. So let's see. Let's just see what's going to happen. More importantly, how long is Jensen going to go on these tyres? Of course, carries on down the main straight. This man not making a pit stop yet. He will not make that pit stop. He will carry on. But how long for is the question here today. How long for on lap 21 of 36 in this Grand Prix? Can't believe how dead the stream's looking today. Really not really anyone in. I can see Garrison possibly in there maybe at the minute. If you're there, mate, say hello. It's good to see you if you are here. But a bit of a quiet stream today. It's unfortunate really because it's been such a good race towards the start of it. But I'm sure people are going to watch this back, and that is all that matters. Then that is what it's there for, everybody, to watch back. But Jensen in the lead. He's going long. He's also losing time to Patrick Dodge, who's right behind him. Liam Cookie out of the pit lane then. Patrick Dodge in second place. He's only 1.8 seconds now, 1.7 to Jensen in the lead of this Grand Prix. But what a race it's been so far. Still 14 laps to go. A little bit longer, but we're only waiting on Jensen to pit now, and how long will he continue on for? It's only a matter of time until he gets overtaken by Patrick Dodge. And into the pit lane for Jensen. Patrick Dodge takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Jensen goes for the new set of tyres, and it will be the mediums for Jensen when he comes in now. He should come alive on the mediums, and Blaniecko is on the hards, but Jensen went long. Is this strategy going to work? Because now he finds himself on some faster tyres compared to the guys around him. He's got to find some time, but it's possible for Blaniecko if he has got the pace. Can he do it though? Here comes Bliney Echo on DT Racing, looking for that move around the outside, really challenging him here, side by side. What brilliant action this is from the boys, but Bliney Echo can't make his way through at the moment. Just gets his foot in the door of the action, but not enough for him to get through at the minute. Lap 24 of 36 then, everybody. And let's just see, shall we? Let's just see what is going to happen. Been some good action so far, and Jensen finds himself out of the pit lane in 5th position. Can he gain on the guys around him? Ooh, bit of a lock up there. DT Racing, he's on the mediums. Ahead of that, Bliney Echo on the hards. Everybody ahead is on the hards, apart from DT Racing in 4th, who's had a brilliant race so far today. Can Jensen do anything about this then? Jensen gaining a little bit on DT Racing ahead. He is finding the time. It's 0.8 of a second now, and it is getting closer lap by lap that we go around, everybody. With only 11 more to go now in this Grand Prix. But getting closer to the end. And as that milestone approaches, I mean, this is some brilliant stuff. 0.4 of a second. This man's really closing in. And what is going on? Jensen with the speed on DT Racing. Oh my God. He's going to make the move through past him. And Jensen knows exactly what he's doing. It could be a win for him today. It really could. It really, really could be a win. Mario has got a penalty. If Jensen can push, which it looks like he is, it looks like he's absolutely on a hot lap or something. This man is pushing as fast as possible here today with 10 laps to go of this Grand Prix. He's got Mario to overtake next, who's 1.7 seconds down the road. Can he do so as DT Racing enters the pit lane now? Jensen's through past Mario. Now he's got to get through past Bliney Echo too. His teammate, 2.7 seconds down the road. Can he get there, everybody? As he's getting closer. Mario trying to fight back. Mario into 3rd place. Mario really giving it everything. He's back into 3rd. Battling Jensen today. Won't let him go that easily. But I've got a feeling Jensen's going to fight back then, everybody. He's going to try and get down the inside. Right, everybody. Lap 29 of 36, 7 more to go. Jensen's in third and he is gaining up ahead. Patrick Dodge leading. This man could be on for the win today. He really, really could be on for the win. And he thoroughly deserves it. He really does as well. But what can Jensen do in response? He really is looking like he's been gaining. He's made some overtakes as well. Mario now with a 10-second time penalty. As he enters the pit lane, that's a big one. Really, really big. Over the line for the boys then, and 6 laps to go before the end. Lap 30 of 36 begins. Bloody Echo second place, 10 seconds behind. Jensen gaining on his teammate. He's 4 tenths with him now. Then he's really, really close, and he's right on the back end. Can he make a move this race round? This lap round, sorry everybody. He's going to gain and gain and gain, and maybe this time around he finds himself in second place. He's going to go around the outside, and Jensen into P2 in this Grand Prix. Now, the battle begins between 1 and 2. He's got 6 laps to gain 10 seconds. Is it possible? Is it possible then to do so? Jensen now 9.8. The gap's come down by about 6 tenths of a second, and it is getting closer. He has got to get through past the back marker, but there's 5 laps to go. And Jensen is definitely gaining the time on Patrick Dodge, but will it be enough? Will it be enough then today? He's got his teammate challenging behind as well, everybody. With only 5 laps to go, and it's all getting a bit exciting now. The Haskar of Jensen, he's got to gain a good few seconds per lap, and at the moment he's gained about 8 tenths of a second in a lap so far, but he is getting closer and closer to that milestone. 9.3 seconds of the gap per corner. He's gaining tenths and tenths. It's 9.1 seconds now, 9 seconds. We're getting closer as Jensen got the time to gain and take the win. The gap is really coming down. He can't afford any mistakes here today. He's getting closer. He really, really is. And at this rate, he is gaining enough to take the win. He's just gained about 3 seconds. He's just gained a hell of a lot. He's an 8.7 down the straight. Can he gain any more? It's getting closer and closer. The next lap we go round. Lap 32 of 36, everybody. Ooh, the gap's 8.8. We haven't really seen much of an improvement there on this lap so far. Lap 32 or 36, the gap's down to 7.9, but it just isn't enough. It's 8 seconds now. He's got 3 laps to gain 8 seconds. It's going to go the way of Patrick Dodge today. It really is. Blindy Echo is getting closer to his teammate. And with a gap like that, it's looking like he might be able to get through down towards the second straight. But 3 laps to go. The gap's 7.9. And the hopes and dreams of the win today for Jensen is not on the cards anymore. He won't gain 8 seconds in 3 laps, and that is it then for the win. Patrick Dodge, if he doesn't bottle, should win today's Grand Prix. The two Haas boys should be on the podium too. But a penalty there. And we continue on. Heading round to begin lap 34 of 36. The gap 7.3. It's coming down 7.2. Can it get any closer? Can it get any closer in this Grand Prix? It's been a good race at the start. It's kind of died down through the middle, but qualifying was actually great. And if you want to see some more racing action, the triple header weekend then, the triple header races are about to begin for Hellheim Racing next, everybody, just after this, beginning at 9 p.m. UK time, and we will be racing in Imola, a short qualifying and a 25% race here today, so a shorter race, shorter night, and we'll finish quite a bit earlier than we normally do for the race, everybody. But only 2 or 3 laps to go now. This is it. Final few stages. Jensen won't gain. It's looking like Patrick Dodge will take it today. Bliney Echo gaining on Jensen, then the gap 6.7 on the penultimate lap of today's Grand Prix. Patrick Dodge has really drove well. He really has, and he's setting up to kickstart the celebrations today. He's going to head up towards the end of this lap to prepare for the final lap of today's Grand Prix. And he should stand victorious at the top step of that podium today with 6.1 seconds the gap between him and Jensen. The gap is coming down slowly but surely, but it just isn't enough. It just isn't enough. But here we go then. Towards the line, Patrick Dodge makes it the final lap of today's Grand Prix, everybody. And after a long Grand Prix, 36 laps. Of 36 laps. We've had 11 drivers join us. Heisenberg, who started on pole, didn't go his way. Lewis, who was really going to be up there today as well, retired too. And unfortunately, we lost them out of today's race. But we are kept with these guys up at the front. And Patrick Dodge, Jensen, Bliney Echo, really the main men of the show today, giving us absolutely everything we wanted. Qualifying was great. Really was. Jensen, though, he started in second. The strategy, if he had a few more laps, may have worked out. But here in Brazil, you just couldn't put a pin in it. And ladies and gentlemen, lap 36 of 36, to round it off, Patrick Dodge gets ready to kickstart the celebrations. Who head towards the line in his Mercedes. The two Haas boys have to settle for second best because the Mercedes boys are on top today. Over the line, Patrick Dodge takes the win in Brazil. Jensen 4 seconds slower. Over the line, oh my God, Jensen takes second, Bliney Echo third. Very nearly, the Haas boys there squabbling over the line. Bliney Echo nearly took second place. Liam Cookie takes 4, Whitwell will take 5. Wow, decent race, everybody. That is it for most drivers now. We're just waiting for Mario. Eddie's coming out of the pit lane. in 7. We've also got to wait for Schumacher across the line now. He'll finish there. Sid Boakes will finish in 9 as well, but still points for all the boys. And they finish down at the back. Only got to wait for Mario now to complete this whole entire lap, which he should do pretty swiftly. Here we go then, Mario towards the line. And this man will finish in P7 as he just avoids the Haas car there. Mario over the line. He was up there at the front, but unfortunately dropped down. That is it for today's Grand Prix. If you enjoyed the racing action, Helheim Racing is up next. Patrick Dodge with the driver of the day too, everybody. But that is it then. That is it for the Grand Prix. That is it. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, Patrick Dodge takes the race win in the Mercedes. 25 points today. Jensen second place. Bliney Echo takes third. Then it'll be Liam Cookie 4. Whitwell 5. DT Racing takes 6. Mario 7. And Sid Boakes takes 8. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for your Grand Prix today. It's been brilliant stuff. Hope you've all enjoyed. Next up is Helheim Racing. And if you're going to stick around, I'll see you then. Have a good evening and see you very soon. Good night.